What's up, everybody? It's Dave from Truckee Pacific Reviews. Welcome back. With me, as always, is Dante. Hello, Dante.
Hello, sir. How's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine.
That's good. Anything exciting happen this week?
No,
No. All right. Well, what's going on next week? You got something going on next week?
I'm gonna watch Hubie Halloween again.
That's weird. Why would you watch Hubie Halloween again?
I don't know. So what am I going? What have I got going on next week?
Don't you have fall break next week, or am I imagining things?
Oh yeah, I have fall break next week. I do.
All right. You know we're on a podcast, so the more you talk, the better it is. What do you want to do on your fall break? Any things you want to accomplish?
Watch Halloween movies.
Watch Halloween movies. That's good. And is there any particular ones? I know you're looking at like freeform movies. Are there any movies in particular that you want to watch?
Rocky Horror.
Okay. What about scary movies? Any scary movies?
No,
No Scream or Nightmare on Elm Street or Exorcist, anything like that?
no, I'm good.
That's fair. Well, you have seen some horror movies, and I actually kind
There's
of
one.
you've we've seen Lost Boys, and what was the one we
Lost
just
Boys
watched?
isn't a horror movie.
Yeah, it is. It's considered a horror movie. Yes,
Blair
sir.
Witch.
Blair Witch. That's right. But Dante has a challenge to himself. What is your challenge every day during October?
To do something Halloween themed, but I'm not doing so well on it. So should we
I
get
think
to
you
the
do.
podcast?
I think you're doing pretty good, and really watching movies and watching Halloween themed movies. That's kind of been our thing, and that's kind of our theme for the reviews going on. We've watched Blair Witch, we watched Hocus Pocus, and continuing with that theme, our review today is. Let's see how long it takes me to upload this thing. It is Hubie Halloween, the Adam Sandler Netflix original that came out this week on Tuesday. We watched it pretty much the whole thing on Tuesday, and that's what we're going to review. I know Dante always likes to start off with some facts and interesting little trivia bits about these different movies, and Hubie Halloween is no different. So, Dante, take it away. What are some interesting facts about Hubie Halloween?
So this film, would you say it's kind of like a family film? Like families could watch it and have fun watching it?
I don't know if it is a family film. I mean, there's some sexual innuendos there. I'd say, yeah, probably like a PG-13 kind of family movie. I think it's a little bit less of a family movie than Hocus Pocus, and a little bit more of a family movie than like a movie like Witches.
Exactly.
All right. So
So
give
I
us
would
some
like
trivia.
you to, I would like you to tell me about how you thought of the film, the technical difficulties.
The technical difficulties of what?
Yeah, it's gonna take a minute. Just tell me what you
Oh,
thought of the
you're
film.
having technical difficulties. All right, I'll give you my review. So I'm a big fan of Adam Sandler. I've been watching his movies since Billy Madison came out when I was in high school, and then big fan of Happy Gilmore. Those are by far my two favorite Adam Sandler comedies. He's had some pretty good ones along the way. He's also had a lot of uh, dumpster fires, for lack of a better term. He's also made
Like
his foray into dramatic acting, so stuff like in Uncut Gems and uh, Punch Drunk Love. I mean, he's a really good actor, but his movies, when he does the comedy movies, they're pretty dumb. And so Hubie Halloween kind of fits right along with that. Like, it's a very dumb movie, but it also doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's funny. And if you love Adam Sandler, then you're gonna like this movie. And if you hate Adam Sandler, you're not going to like this movie. It's very much like cilantro. Either you really like cilantro or you really hate cilantro. There's not a lot of in between.
Who
Hubie
hates
Halloween
cilantro?
what?
Who hates cilantro?
There are people who have a genetic disorder, I kid you not, that have a genetic disorder that makes cilantro taste like soap.
Huh.
Yeah. So if you like Adam Sandler movies, and I do, for the most part, then you'll like this movie. And he even pays a lot of fan service. He brings back characters from Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison, and references those movies as if this was a movie set in a Adam Sandler extended universe. A lot of guest stars in this movie. And it was funny. There's a bunch of things that were pretty funny, and it was mostly dumb, but some funny parts. And altogether, it was an enjoyable movie. I enjoyed it much more than Hocus Pocus. So that's my review. Have you fixed your technical difficulties, sir?
I have.
Sweet. All right.
This is probably the most star-studded film in the entire world, probably.
Could be. Had a lot of great people. Had Maya Rudolph, Tim Meadows, Shaq, was it Kevin James? Lots of Disney Channel people. I don't really know a lot of Disney Channel people. You tell me who they were.
So, as we talked about, this is kind of a family movie. And it's as much as a family movie for the viewers as it is the actors. Because Adam Sandler's wife is the news reporter.
Oh, interesting.
And his children are the main two girls in the movie. And some of the friends, like some just random characters, are actually Kevin James' children.
Really? That's funny.
And Ben Stiller and Ray Liotta's daughters are also in the film.
Yeah, Ben Stiller made a really great cameo. He reprised his role from Happy Gilmore, where he's, I think his name's Hal, the orderly, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
All
So,
right, give us some more trivia, buddy.
Cameron Boyce was supposed to be in this film, but he died just like days before shooting, which is like really depressing, like really sad.
Depressing.
And a fun fact about that, well, not a fun fact, the sad fact about that is that his role was formed by his buddy on Jesse, Karan Brar. So Karan Brar's role in the film was supposed to be Cameron Boyce's film, but he had to be replaced.
That's pretty sad, but at least one of his friends got to take the role. So I guess, he's dead. I'm sure he doesn't really care, but if he did, I'm sure he'd be happy that his friend took the role instead.
Mm-hmm.
What are some other trivia things about?
This is a quote from some sort of place that reviews movies. Are those details enough to make Hubie Halloween much better than all the other content Sandler has churned out for Netflix so far? Or am I just drunk on the movie's pumpkin-spiced production design? It's hard to say, but this is the first time in a long time that it feels nice to watch the Sandman goof off with his friends for 90 minutes. So that's a good review.
That is a good review.
I would say.
What do you know what its rating is on IMDb or something yet?
It's like a 54. I'm pretty sure.
Not great, but honestly, if this movie got a 50, then that would be right where it would be. Because, like I said, there's half the population likes Adam Sandler movies and half the population doesn't, and it was a pretty enjoyable movie if you like Adam Sandler. So 50 would be a good one.
Yeah. So the director of this film, Brill, the only two big films that he's directed are an Adam Sandler TV special and Little Nicky.
Oh, Little Nicky.
Those are his only
Little
big
Nicky.
films. Yeah, he's the director for that film. Like his only big directing credit besides some other films that nobody has probably ever watched.
Oh man. So we talked about this. Man, this is gonna be our third straight episode where we talk about Kathy named Jimmy. So Adam Sandler,
Duh.
I called Kathy named Jimmy Little Nicky's sister for her character in Hocus Pocus because Adam Sandler does the most annoying character in Little Nicky, and he like drops his lip and he talks like this the whole time, and it's so annoying. And this character Hubie kind of does the same thing. His lip doesn't go to the side, but he drops his lip down front, and he talks like this the whole time. It's like Adam Sandler has like one voice in when he's acting it. But once you get past that, after like the first 5 minutes, you ignore the fact that he's doing his Adam Sandler-y self, and the movie starts becoming enjoyable.
Exactly.
All right, what
So,
you
that's
had a
pretty
really
much
interesting.
it for my fun facts.
All right, what's more fun facts?
No, I don't have any more.
You don't.
What were you gonna say?
You told me that after Adam Sandler wasn't nominated for an Oscar for Uncut Gems, you said that he made a vow when he created Hubie Halloween. What was that?
Wait, I'm trying to find the quote.
Well, we can find the quote later. Can I give the gist of what he said?
So, okay, what I'm pretty sure he said, he could have not said it, but what I'm pretty sure he said is that because of Uncut Gems not getting an Oscar for the Oscars, he said he was going to make the worst film of his life. Yeah, okay, so I found the quote.
Go for it.
Pretty sure. Okay.
Pretty sure.
So what do you think of the fun facts? How do they rank to the other fun facts I gave you about the other things?
Well, I think they were very interesting fun facts. I didn't realize that there were so many kids of celebrities in this movie. And there's a lot of Disney Channel representation.
Yeah.
I mean, you had kids from Jessie. You said Ant Farm. What else? What else?
Good Luck Charlie.
Good Luck Charlie. And just a bunch of Disney Channel. So that kind of like ties in that makes it a little bit more of a family film, just because there's so much Disney Channel representation. And Adam Sandler loves those Disney Channel kids. Like he is putting them in all of his movies. But these kids have yet to turn into the serial killers, such as what the hell is his name? The kid that became Jeffrey Dahmer. What's his name?
He Ross Lynch or something.
Ross Lynch, yeah. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So during the 2020 race, Adam Sandler pledged to Howard Stern that if he didn't win an Academy Award for his work in Uncut Gems, he'd made the worst movie ever. If I don't get it, I'm going to freaking come back and do one again that is so bad on purpose just to make you all pay.
And what's funny is like he's made the most enjoyable Adam Sandler movie in many years. So good for him. He set out to make a really terrible. And like I said, the movie doesn't take itself too seriously, and it reflects it.
I need to correct myself. This wasn't supposed to be the worst film he's ever created. Oh. This was just another film that he made. But he said if he doesn't win an Oscar for Uncut Gems, he is going to make the worst film of his life. So if he doesn't win a single Oscar for Uncut Gems, then the worst film in the world is going to be made.
And he wasn't even nominated for an Oscar, so that was unfortunate. It was a very good movie. He was definitely
worthy. They released a nomination?
No, he didn't.
They released a nomination?
No, nothing. Unfortunately, no. He got snubbed, but he was great in that movie. Definitely too old for you, at least for now.
Wait, I have a question though. Did they actually release Oscar nominations, or?
Well, this was the nominations for Uncut Gems had already come and gone. I mean, this was over a year ago. I think I watched it about a year ago from where we are right now. So
yeah,
it's gonna be the Oscar nominations this year are gonna be very weird.
It's gonna be like Mulan winning
top movies in the country right now, and you said number 2 was Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, number 1 was Hocus Pocus. was like on like a 4-day streak. And New Mutants is actually the highest box office right now.
We live in a weird time where Hocus Pocus, that was created in the 90s, is now the number 2 movie in the nation. I honestly, I really enjoyed going back to the movie theaters. If I could see, any of the number of movies that we've been watching, if I can see them at a movie theater, I think I would like to take that opportunity to do that, because the theaters seem pretty safe and there's not a lot of people there, and I just like getting out of the house and watching movies. What did you think of the theater experience? Did you feel comfortable? Were you nervous?
I felt comfortable. I felt very comfortable.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
I really hope people wear their masks and wash their hands, and let's get over this thing, because I don't want to see movies die in the theater. I don't. As much as I enjoy being able to turn on Amazon and choose from a wide variety of movies, there's nothing that beats going to see an IMAX movie or a Star Wars movie in the theater or a Marvel movie in the theater. I really hope that we can get over this thing so we can start watching movies in theaters again, because I don't want to see theaters going away. That's me on my soapbox.
Same here.
All right, let's get. So, any other information that you want to give about Hubie Halloween before we wrap it up and give our official ratings? Oh, you know what? You never reviewed it. You didn't even review it. You gave me some interesting facts, but I want to hear what you thought of Hubie Halloween.
It was fine. It wasn't the best film ever. Definitely wasn't the worst film ever. I already have that place reserved.
What was the worst movie?
Well, it wasn't the worst film of 2020. Not the worst movie, but my least favorite film of 2020 was Tenet.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a hot take, I know.
But it's fair, because it's a difficult movie to understand, for sure. And you were kind of hesitant going into it anyway, and being the fact that you couldn't understand a goddamn thing that was going on with that movie, it's kind of I totally get it. And that was my most enjoyable film of the year. We have varied widely on all of these movies. Like Hocus Pocus, You enjoyed way more than I did, and I actually enjoyed Hubie Halloween way more than you did.
Yeah, I liked Hocus Pocus. That was like one of my favorite films of the year. So yeah, we're pretty different in our ways of liking movies.
Did you think Hubie Halloween was pretty funny, or did you think it was just like kind of funny?
I thought it was funny, but it was fine. It was a movie. It wasn't the best film of all time, but it was fine.
All right, well, that's fair. And that's a perfect review for Hubie Halloween. It's fine. It's funny, and right now it's a good time to laugh and just kind of put on a stupid movie and laugh. But also this week, kind of getting away from Hubie Halloween, we've been watching the new season of Schitt's Creek that just came on Netflix. So if you're looking for something that's really funny, I think Schitt's Creek will be my recommendation. I think that's if you need something funny to watch, I'd say Schitt's Creek would be the way to go. Why do you keep moving? You're like moving all over the screen. You just you keep bouncing around.
I'm sorry.
No, don't. Let's give our, do you have any recommendations for shows or movies for people to watch over the course of the next week?
Over the Garden Wall.
Over the Garden Wall. What is that?
It's like a mini series, but it's an animated mini series that's like really good, and it's kind of creepy at times, and it's just a great time.
It's an animated show, correct?
Yes, sir. It was made by Cartoon Network.
By Cartoon Network. Where do you find this at?
HBO Max. But I think it could be found other places, but that's where I found it.
All right. And what was it called again?
Over the Garden Wall.
Over the Garden Wall. So check out
You can
Schitt's
watch it in
Creek.
one day.
You can watch it in one day. All right. Check out Schitt's Creek on Netflix. Check out the Great British Bake Off. Over the Garden Wall on HBO Max. We just started watching An American Pickle with Seth Rogen, so we'll probably review that in the next couple of weeks. Next week, we're going to review Utopia, which is a really cool show on Prime, and that I highly recommend, and we'll review that next week. But before we go, Dante, we have to give our official pumpkin ratings. Out of 4, how many pumpkins does Hubie Halloween get?
Pumpkins, I say 7.
Okay, out of 4 pumpkins, how many pumpkins does Hubie Halloween get?
4 pumpkins.
He loves Hubie Halloween so much, he gets 7 pumpkins out of 4.
Wait, why are you rating out of 4 in the first place?
Would you rather I rate it out of 5 pumpkins?
Okay, 4 is fine.
Okay.
I would say 3/4.
So you're giving it 3 pumpkins out of 4?
Yeah,
All
3
right.
out of 4 pumpkin.
All right. I will actually give it a 3 out of 4 pumpkins as well. So we both liked it. We didn't love it. We both liked it quite a bit.
How about we rate the other films?
Well, we're not living in the past. We're not going to live in the past here. We're living for today. So today we're rating our Hubie Halloween 3 official pumpkins from the Truckee Pacific Reviews. Any final words from your end, sir?
No. I don't.
No, you don't. All right. Well, make sure that you check out
Watch Hubie Halloween. Watch Hubie Halloween.
Watch Hubie Halloween. It's fun. It'll waste a couple hours. It's a long one too. It's like an hour and 40 minutes or something like that, which is long for an Adam Sandler movie. Also, make sure you guys watch the credits, because there's a bunch of outtakes at the end. They're pretty funny. But that's pretty much all we have here. Truckee Pacific Reviews. Please go to www.truckeepacific.com. That's where you can find all of our shows, as well as links to all of our bios. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Please follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I don't ever check Twitter, but follow us there anyway, because that's kind of what I have to say. TruckeePacific.com, and we have our show from last night. James and I did a Relax Fit episode of the Mile High podcast, and we brought in some of our old friends, and we had some family, and my parents made a pretty unsuccessful attempt to jump on to Zoom for the show, which is hilarious. So you can find us on Spotify, on Stitcher, on Apple Podcasts, on SoundCloud. You can find us on YouTube under Truckee Pacific and under my podcast. And once again, my name is Dave, and this is my co-host, Dante. Say goodbye.
Dante?
You are Dante. You're my favorite Dante.
Ooh, even more than a writer?
Even more than the writer, because you are my kid. But that's all we have. So you guys have I know, I'm full of sentiment. All right, guys, you have a good night. Thanks for watching, and take care. I'll see you later.
Take care.
This has been a Truckee Pacific production. For sponsorship inquiries and comments, go to the Mile High Podcast at gmail.com.